Shots are fired in Bedford County when activists traveling through the area encounter local residents. Gunfire from both sides. That's how police in Bedford County are referring to the incident late last night. Dozens of activists from the Black Lives Matter movement were traveling from Wisconsin to Washington, D.C. when those shots were fired, and that began around 11:35 in Juniata Township. We've been covering this story throughout the day, and police released new details late this afternoon. Our Colleen Knutson shows us where the investigation stands.
Pennsylvania State Police have gone back and forth about what exactly they're calling this, an incident, an argument, but in this afternoon's press conference, they called it a confrontation between property owners and a group of 30 activists where they say gunshots were exchanged, which ended with one activist going to the hospital.
He had asked them to leave and they wouldn't leave.
State police say they received a call just after 11:15 Monday night from a property owner saying a group of people were in a private business parking lot in the 800 block of Lincoln Highway, Juniata Township.
The property owners confronted the activists. The confrontation escalated and gunshots were exchanged between the property owners and the activists.
When police arrived on scene at 11:35 p.m., they say tensions were high.
We're still looking at who fired the shots, to be honest with you.
One man, 37-year-old Sino Thurman, was struck by a bird shot from a shotgun. He was treated and released from Conema Memorial Medical Center. A shotgun shells, a semi-automatic pistol, and 9mm casings were all recovered from the scene. Officials would not say who fired the first shots or if charges could be coming for both parties.
It's not out of the realm of possibilities. It's just something we can't say with a level of certainty right now without having all the evidence analyzed.
No charges have been filed at this time. Police say they have nobody in custody. This investigation is really just starting. Police saying they're continuing to interview witnesses, collect and review evidence, so a lot more is going to be coming from this case. In Bedford County, I'm Colleen Knutson, WTAJ News.
Thanks, Colleen. Now, earlier today, WTAJ spoke exclusively to Annette Myers, the wife of the alleged shooter, who says, quote, the activists were on private property. They were asked to leave numerous times. They refused. Myers went on to say she believes that all lives matter, and since the shooting, she says their family is being threatened and adds they will not tolerate it. Meantime, the activist group streamed the entire incident live on Facebook. We're going to give you a look at that video, but we want to warn you that you're about to see some disturbing images.
Oh my God, who is that? Hey.
It's garage in Shellsburg, Bedford County, as the activists went through the area on their way from Milwaukee to Washington, D.C. Now, the scene becomes chaotic, and you can hear people screaming to get back into their cars, still streaming live on Facebook. Now, the video then zooms in on what appears to be a man with a gun, one of the activists, and then has been shot there. He gets in a car, and the video ends as the group makes its way to the hospital. Some members we spoke with there are also speaking out against the findings of the investigation thus far. According to them, an altercation never happened.
And he was coming up the street shooting his shotgun, talking about go home, get out of here, we don't want you here. It was just saying a lot of racial epithets, and then actually firing before we could even talk. He's firing before he even can get close to us, and that's what really happened. It was never a conversation or any type of altercation with these people.
Again, police have said the investigation is continuing and no charges have been filed at this time. Now, earlier today, we also heard from 37-year-old Sino Thurman, who shared this message with his fellow activists while receiving treatment for his injuries.
I'm not even mad at that guy. I want to have a conversation with him.
WTAJ also learned this isn't the first time the group ran into trouble. 3 activists were arrested on an earlier part of that journey. And according to the report, the group's leader, Frank Sansenbaugh, along with 2 other members, were arrested on misdemeanor charges. This after Indiana police say they intentionally backed up traffic for miles along a 4-lane highway in Fort Wayne by walking in the right lane with 8 support vehicles traveling at the same speed. Officers say it created a, quote, dangerous situation. When asked to walk on the shoulder instead, the group refused and continued on their path, eventually leading to their arrest. And we will continue to bring you updates as more information is released, not only right here on air, but online.